you would always want to be on the side of having good credit.
Do you think it's painful to have good credit?
Don't get me wrong, a house, it sounds scary when, you know, when I first heard, it used to sound scary. Like
Yeah,
if you hear 200,000 or 250,000, right?
right,
But a car that you pay $40,000 for don't sound scary.
right,
Something that's not going to last longer than that house.
right.
You
Exactly.
know that when you drive it off that lot, that you cannot sell it for with the price that you bought it for.
Right. Yeah.
Just like you earlier you spoke, you was like, yeah, you buy a house 300,000, 10 years later it's worth 380, right? You
Right.
still could sell a house and you could be, free from it, right?
Right.
When you buy a
Exactly.
car at its top tier price, when you first get it, you can never sell it again and be free from it.
No.
You know what I
No.
mean? So I try to, explain that to people that like to get the $1,200 car notes or whatever, that, you'd rather do this, right? Than buy a house. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like really think about it. Some people get cars every 6 years, 7 years. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Right.
you getting 50. They got trucks that I work with people, man, that get a 80, $90,000 truck. You know what I mean?
Right.
Two of those trucks could pay for some houses.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, I know I probably went a little left with it or whatever a little bit, but man, there's just so much, we really can't even get in an episode about, the way people have these thoughts. If you really break it down and really just watch it from another perspective or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
then you will really understand that, some of these things that you like, oh no, I'm not getting no house and I pay rent or whatever. Add your rent up for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
Just add that up.
Right. And that's another thing, like I spoke on a few moments ago, man. It's just like using your credit for anything besides buying a home, in my opinion, is just absolutely just it's setting you up to just be stupid, and I know that may sound harsh, for somebody that's in the credit repair industry and someone that's helping people improve their credit. But I'm a big believer in the only thing you should be using your credit for is to purchase a home, because like I say, eventually that is going to eliminate the most expensive bill that you have every month. If you go out and if you're able to improve your credit scores and you go out and use your credit to buy, a brand new Tahoe that's worth $80,000,
Yeah.
well, like you said, as soon as you drive off the lot, man, I mean, you're not going to be able to trade that Tahoe in and get your money back, or anything like that. That is going to depreciate. That's not making you any money. And then you have all of these people that's in the credit repair industry or so-called business funding industry, which I don't really agree with as well. But, maybe someone can prove me wrong. But, a lot of people are advertising, oh, fix your credit and you can get all of this business funding. But then you look at some of these business funding plans, a lot of people don't actually show in depth of what they're actually agreeing to. I seen a post the other day on social media. It was like, fix your credit. We can help you get $60,000 in business funding, which is a little misleading because business lenders will only approve you based on your monthly revenue with your
Yeah.
business. So, if you're not making over figures a month, it's highly unlikely that a lender is going to give your business $60,000. But anyway, let's just say that they are. Well, that 60 grand, one, it's probably going to be daily payments coming out of your business account or weekly
Mhm.
payments coming out of your business account. And man, the interest on that is going to be sky high. Your business is never going to be able to cash flow if you're making daily and weekly payments towards business funding. And 9 times out of 10, the people that they are marketing to is not going to use these business funds for business investments or
Yeah,
marketing
business. Yeah.
purposes or business inventory and things like that. They're probably going out and buying some sort of sports car or exotic car and claiming that it's a business write-off because they put a sticker on their car or something, and it's
Yeah.
making them $0 for their business. So a lot of this stuff, man, that people are taught to use their credit for, realistically is setting them up for failure. And like I said, man, I think the only thing people should be using their credit for is buying a home. And look, I'm not against buying a car for your credit because I know
Yeah.
that's pretty normal in
Yeah, we
America.
have to.
But to a sense, it is a waste of money because you have that monthly payment every single month, which my mindset have changed over the last few years. You know, I used to be okay with buying a car, but now, man, the way that these vehicles keep going up in price year by year. I mean, a regular Chevy 1500 Silverado, $60,000, $50,000, you know, depending on the trim level. You get the base model, which I have, honestly,
Yeah.
the Silverado Custom. That's all I need. And man,
Yeah.
that was $40,000 at the car dealership, brand new.
Mhm.
And I mean, used, they're still 30 grand. So,
Yeah.
you know, prices on vehicles have changed over the last 10 years. When I used to be in the car business, you know, new vehicles, man, used to be able to get a brand new car for 16 to $17,000, like a Hyundai or a little, you know, Toyota Corolla or something like that. And
Hmm.
then the Camrys used to start at like 18 or 21,
Yeah.
twenty
Yeah.
two thousand dollars. Now, man, your Toyota Camrys are $40,000. So I mean, yeah, you know, cars are more expensive, and you know, financing cars used to be a thing, but now I just think that's a little silly because it's just so expensive these days, man. Not against the idea of financing a
Yeah.
car, because you can use that car and that car is going to get you to work and you're making money. Now, it is going to deduct from your cash flow, which people
Hmm.
will argue is not going to set you up properly. That car payment can go towards stocks and investments, and you know, put that in
Hmm.
your savings funds and stuff like that. But what I'm getting at, man, it's hard to justify that in 2025 because you're financing something that's $60,000, and it's costing you $1,000 every single month. You know, it's hard to justify that versus 10 years ago, hearing a car payment was $400 a month, right? That's nothing. People spend that every single month on groceries these days. So, you
Yeah.
know, times has just changed. And as time changed, my viewpoints and opinions changed on certain things.
Sturgis Credit Repair. Sturgis Credit Repair. If you want a new house, call us.